Chocolate. Few foods evoke as much passion as this decadent trait. Chocolate comes from the evergreen cacao tree, scientifically known as Theobroma cacao. What we call chocolate is the processed form of the cacao beans obtained from this tree. Today, chocolate is a symbol of joy, celebration, childhood, and romance. But where did this infatuation begin? The first traces of chocolate were found in South America, in vessels dating as far back as 1900 BC. According to the Mayans, cacao was discovered by the gods in the mountain of sustenance. Thus the name Theobroma cacao, which literally means food of the gods. Only the elite and royal family males had the luxury of consuming cacao. Chocolate in those days was served as a fizzy bitter drink, mixed with hot water and laden with chili powder, spices, maize, and other flavor enhancers. The sweetening of chocolate only started after Christopher Columbus brought chocolate across the sea to Europe in 1502 AD. Let us now see how cacao is grown and converted into the chocolate that we all love today. A typical cacao tree takes 4 or 5 years to flower, after which it produces the cacao pods. In a single pod, we would find about 40 seeds, commonly referred to as beans, surrounded by a naturally sweet white pulp. The pods are opened by hand and the pulp and beans extracted. The beans are left out to ferment. The pulp liquefies and drains away. This process is extremely important, as chocolate would not taste like chocolate without it. Once fermentation is complete, the beans are dried, sorted, and bagged. Did you know that for the Mayans, money actually grew on trees? In the olden days, cacao beans were used as currency. With 1 cacao bean, you could buy a tomato, with 4, a pumpkin, with 10, a rabbit, and with 100, a slave. With 100 beans, one can only make about 110 grams of chocolate. Let us now take a closer look inside the factory, where the dried cacao beans are further processed to create a bar of delicious chocolate. When the dried beans arrive at the factory, they are cracked open and the shells are separated from the nibs by the process of winnowing. The extracted nibs are roasted and then ground to a thick liquid paste called cocoa liquor, which is then separated into cocoa solids and cocoa butter by a process called pressing. The pressed cocoa blocks are mixed with sugar, milk, flavors, and cocoa butter in varying proportions. This is followed by the process of conching, where the mixture is refined to create the smooth texture that makes melt in the mouth chocolate. The finishing touches are added by the processes of tempering and molding, where chocolate is melted for stabilization and sheen, and finally poured into various molds to create bars, pralines, or any other form of chocolate. The Mazaana chocolate nuts are created by further adding the processes of panning and polishing. Panning involves coating the roasted nuts with refined chocolate in continuously rotating pans for over 6 to 8 hours. In the polishing pans, the coated nuts are continuously slow rotated for up to 50 hours to give them a healthy glow. Each step is monitored by quality technicians and the product is tested for quality and standards. Mazaana uses its own signature chocolate couverture of all 3 varieties: milk, dark, and white chocolate. Mazaana milk chocolate is made from cocoa solids, milk, sugar, and cocoa butter, making it soft, creamy, and sweet. The healthier Mazaana dark chocolate is made from cocoa solids, cocoa butter, very little sugar, and no milk, making it dark, firm, and bittersweet. The white chocolate, although named chocolate, contains no cocoa solids. It is merely a mix of milk, sugar, and cocoa butter, making it white, soft, and creamy. Mazaana has been conceptualized with the dedicated aim of providing chocolates that are healthy for you. We avoid the use of cheap hydrogenated fat in the place of cocoa butter, as that is known to clog up human arteries. Legally in India, products that use cheap hydrogenated fat cannot call themselves chocolate. We prefer to air roast our nuts instead of using oil. We choose to work with ingredients that are known to promote health and well-being, such as whole nuts, dates, olive oil, etc. Besides its signature chocolate-coated almonds, cashews, and raisins, Mazaana's product range includes chocolate spreads, enrobed chocolate dates, salted and peppered cashews, peanuts and almonds, pan, and even chocolate pan. The love for chocolate has not dwindled since its discovery. Once a treat for royalty, chocolate has now reached all our homes and made a permanent place in our hearts. So if you are now craving its creamy and delicious sweetness, just step out and indulge your taste buds.